for Skeena, Bulkley
Imagine
Valley.
being satisfied then that Canada ranks 64th in the world when it comes to electing women. You'd think Liberals would be a little bit worried. They're obsessed with their so-called mandate letters, pretending a note from the Prime Minister is more important than the real mandate, which can only come from the electorate and the people of this country. But we compared the old mandate letter with the new one, and there was this very interesting, small but critical difference. Version 1 insists that we will deliver on all of our commitments, but version 2 says, well, the word all is gone. Oh, would the Liberals like to tell Canadians what other promises they're planning on breaking, like they did on electoral reform?
The Honourable Minister for Electoral Reform.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As I'd like to repeat in English, I am incredibly proud to be the youngest woman named to Cabinet in Canada. I am incredibly proud to be a woman in this House of Commons, and I am incredibly proud to work with a Prime Minister who is a feminist and who has a gender-equal cabinet. We listen to Canadians, Mr. Speaker. We heard that they are proud of their democracy, and now it is my job to make sure we continue to strengthen and work for our democracy. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Member for Skeena, Bulkley Valley.
In their desperate attempt to justify their betrayal on electoral reform, Liberals are reaching for any excuse, however ridiculous or absurd. Liberals say that proportional representation will herald the rise of the alt-right forces in Canada. Well, Donald Trump got elected on first past the post with no problem. And yet a fair voting system is the actual antidote to such campaigns like his or maybe Kevin O'Leary's. Proportional representation elects more women, more diverse parliaments, and forces parties to work together to help bring a country like Canada together. Will the Liberals finally admit they broke their promise to fix the voting system, not because it was a threat to Canadian unity, but because it was a threat to the Liberal Party?
Honourable Minister for Democratic Institutions.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I am incredibly proud to be part of this caucus that has a good percentage of women, that is incredibly diverse, and that represents Canadians, and most importantly, Mr. Speaker, that listens to Canadians and how they feel about our democracy, which is proud. Mr. Speaker, our government will continue to act to strengthen our democracy. That is why my new mandate letter includes protecting the integrity of our democracy by making our system less vulnerable to hacking, and improving transparency by making parties' political fundraising more open than ever before. I will always work to protect, strengthen, and improve our democracy. Thank you.
Member for Calgary Nose Hill.